Flow of your early game should go. If all things go well, you should be pretty set up around turn 11 or 12 to really seize more territory. Hopefully you can start competing. So, as we discussed in the previous episode, you're going to want to pick a tribe that can level up on turn 0, which is really beneficial. So, for this, we're going to start with Imperius. We're going to go against 3 other opponents on a normal size map. Now, when you spawn in, the first thing you should think is, how many resources do I have in my capital? And what's the best way to get from, or to level it up to level 3? So the first thing you always do is get your pop growth from your starting resources as a turn 0 tribe. And I usually take Workshop. Explorer can be good in certain situations, but if you're new to the game, I would recommend going Workshop because it just boosts your eco. And yeah, it's just really good. Now, first thing you're going to look at is, you're going to think, okay, where should I explore with this warrior that's going to quickly find me a new village as possible? So you look at the map, you see we have a pretty bad spawn here. Only have 1 fish. 5 of our tiles are water, and 1 of them is a mountain, so not ideal. But we're going to explore this way, because we have this wild animal here. As you can see, found our village. Now the next thing you're going to do is make a warrior. Go next. Now this is kind of a unique situation. You can see here the Aquarian attacked us, and we got some stars as a result. So in this situation, you're going to continue your exploration while also defending yourself. So we can just easily move up, hit him, move our guy in there, and make another warrior. Now, I'm going to show you something. You're going to notice that when you buy, or when you get a village, notice all your techs are 5. When you take that village, they're going to become 1 more. So, if you're absolutely going to buy something, a tech, you want to make sure you buy the tech before capturing, so that it costs a little bit less. Here you could go Vision, but I'm not really too threatened by Aquarian because they're really weak early game, so I'm not worried about them. I'm going to go Workshop to try to out-eco them. Yeah, and here you can see we have 2 level 2 cities, and you want to get them level 3 as fast as you can. You can see here we don't really have an easy way to level this up to level 3, sadly, because of our spawn. But this one, going into forestry, could be good. The only problem with forestry is lumber huts cost 3 stars now, so they're not nearly as cost effective as they once were. So you have to make a decision. Do I want to invest in forestry, or do I want to commit to the short-term battle with my nearby enemy? And that's a decision you're going to have to make for yourself. Here I'm quite content just to play up my eco and not really worry too much about Aquarian, because I'm just not too threatened by them. And notice I'm leaving my warrior here because I can't make another unit. I don't want Aquarian to be able to get a rider on top of my city. Because even though they're not going to take it, that would make me lose the income I'm gaining per turn for one turn on this, so I would have 4 stars less. And that's a major setback. You might notice that I'm kind of avoiding ruins at the beginning. It's not because I don't like them, it's because it's an opportunity cost. So, going for a ruin, everything you do in this game has a cost. It either costs you time you could have been using to explore, valuable scouting information, and most importantly, standing on a ruin delays the time that it takes for you to find new villages. And early game, your priority should be getting developed villages, and then securing the ruins after with your military power. Not necessarily going from right away. But this is a judgment call, because sometimes you might just want to take a risk, and that risk can pay off, but you also have to contend with sometimes a ruin is just going to give you an explorer that gives you absolutely nothing, and then you delay your village by a turn. And subsequently, all the income that you would have been making from that village, had you got it sooner, is permanently lost in the game. That's the opportunity cost of going on the ruin. And that, in many cases, is just not worth it, because against a competent player, they're not going to let that slide. They're going to roll with the extra stars they make, and they're going to roll you off the map. So, choose your ruins carefully. And that's the early game for you. Here, Aquarian is completely destroyed. They have no chance of coming back from this. You can see their capital. They're only making 5 per turn. We're making 2 times what they make. If you significantly out-eco your opponent, and you know it, it's easy to rush them down and kill them. And you should absolutely do that, because the faster you kill people, the more you make, more stars you make. So, yeah, there's a quick little early game play of this scenario, and just hopefully you learned something. Bye.